Our world is living through uncertainty, inequality, environmental challenges, and deep divisions. The text asks us to think about humanity as a whole and to reconsider the balance between individual values and collective responsibilities. Global education can help people understand one another, recognize the knowledge held by different communities, and search for solutions that protect both people and the earth. The world often gives too much attention to business, buying, selling, and making money. Yet meaningful solutions can also be found in communities, lived experience, cultural memory, and knowledge that is often ignored. The text argues that education must take place on a global scale so that people can understand shared human values and work together instead of allowing problems to overwhelm them. The text explains that Indigenous peoples should not be treated only as people who need to be protected. They need the freedom to exist, develop their own cultures, recover the meaning of their history, and live according to their values. Their traditions and ways of thinking have helped communities survive difficult times. Respect begins when the world listens to Indigenous peoples as active contributors to the present and the future. Indigenous knowledge presents a relationship of balance between human life and the earth. Nature is not merely a resource. It is connected to knowledge, historical memory, community, and life itself. The text asks readers to understand that Indigenous peoples are part of the modern world and of its cultural diversity. Their experience can help humanity rethink development and care for the planet. The text does not reject science or technology. Instead, it calls for innovations that respect life, nature, and historical memory. The strongest solutions may combine the benefits of modern science with traditional knowledge, local experience, and the wisdom passed from one generation to another. Progress becomes meaningful when it improves people's lives without destroying the values and environments that communities are trying to protect. The later part of the text connects global education with human rights, peace, and international responsibility. The suffering described in Guatemala shows what can happen when violence, displacement, fear, and injustice are ignored. The message is that no country should be treated as someone else's problem. International solidarity must be constant, and people need organizations and laws that help defend their lives, dignity, and rights. The central message is a call to conscience. Humanity must go beyond pity, blame, or silence and begin acting on what it learns. Listening to Indigenous peoples also means listening to people who understand how to care for the earth. The future requires education, respect, legal protection, cooperation, and courage. When knowledge is shared and communities are heard, global education can become a path toward peace and a more responsible future.